Okay, this is my second project. I built a file server over Samba, and I use for this project Archlinux. Pretty much the same as before. I have the keyboard, the mouse, the network, the HDMI to my TV, and inside I have the SD card with Archlinux. I would like to say something that disks like this form, it won't work directly connected to the Raspberry due to the excess consumption of current. What you can do is use an active hub, that means a USB hub that has its own supply, or you can use a USB stick, or you can use a big external hard drive which has its own power supply. So I will plug it, and we can see on the screen how really fast the Archlinux loads. Archlinux is a special version of Linux. It doesn't come as a normal version as we know. It's a Linux stripped down only to the basics, which is all the time non-stop being updated. Okay, and we are in. Let me log in. Super. Right now my file server is up and running. So what I'm gonna do is I will show you now on my laptop, which runs a completely different operating system. Okay. If I want to have access to the network drive of my server, all I have to do is to open a browser and then type smb from Samba / and then the IP address of my server currently is 192.168.1.41. This is internal network, okay? And he's connecting. Right now it's the authorization. Even if I try to connect with root with the correct password, it will not allow me, because Samba server has, as an active user, only one account, and this one is Pi. And of course here I have access. Alarm P is the name of the Raspberry Pi computer, and this is the address, and this is the folder which is shared. Okay, I have a few items inside. One is audio. I can open it just to see how it goes. Be careful, it comes from internet. Do you want to open it? Yes, open. Okay, I have an image. Coffee, I like coffee. I have a TXT file which is pretty big. All this now from network, okay? And I have also a PDF. .65 pages. Everything goes okay. Let me close this down also. Okay, another application. First of all, it's a great idea and it's very cheap. If you leave it open non-stop the whole year, the Raspberry Pi consumes less power than the value of a hamburger. This is true, I read it. It consumes extremely low power, and you can have there all together gather up all your files that you want to share, that you want to exchange. Finally we can stop moving around files that we want to move from one computer to the other. You have it everything somewhere gather up. Another application is for example, if I want to download something from internet and I don't want to download it directly to my PC, but on the network, so everybody that will have access to the network will be able to use it, is for example, let me find, this is Mini Nova, beautiful photos of Japanese parks in Kyoto. I'm gonna download a torrent. I have already program it to download on the shared disk on the network, and in order to speed it up, let's download only 3 photos to see. Beautiful photos of Japanese parks in Kyoto. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Somewhere here I have my torrent client. Okay, downloading is already in progress. 2-3%, 4. In the meantime, another option that I have with this file server is I can have access to it over SSH. So this is SSH, the name of the account that I want to log in, root for example, at the IP address of the machine, 192.168.1.41. This is the IP of the server that I want to connect to. It will ask me for my password. Okay, and I'm in my server. So that means I can have access to it without using to have connected directly on the Raspberry Pi a monitor or a USB mouse or keyboard. I can do that all remotely. I can hide it somewhere that it will not be so obvious, so it will be very discreet, and I have access normally. Okay, now let's go back. Oh, okay, it's already there, so let me close this. I open again my Finder. Beautiful photos of Japanese blah blah blah. The 3 photos are here. This is one directly from my server, from my 35 euros value server. This is the other. Wow, that's nice. And then that's the third one. Okay, if I don't like someone, for example, I can delete it directly. Move to trash, delete, that's it. And also, if I like from SSH, I can do also shutting down. Okay, or restart, shut down directly. I'm root, -R for restart. Now, in order to not to wait. And if we see on the TV, this is the what happens in my file server. It's already shutting down, and now it will restart directly. You see how fast it is. Booting time in Archlinux is less than 10 seconds, which is really okay. Right now, as you can see, it found an update on internet, and because it is a system that it goes directly updated, it's getting updated, it did it automatically, and we're in. And that's it. A super server with less than 40 euros. Thank you very much for watching. We go now to the last project.